access the server, the IP address, the IPv4 address of my server is 192.168.1.238. Username and password. Okay, verify the IP address. I have an IPv4 address 238, an IPv6 address also 238. Update repositories. Sudo apt update. Password. Install asterisk. Sudo apt asterisk. Sorry, install apt sudo apt install asterisk. Yes. Okay. List the following directory. Sudo list. Let's see. Asterisk. I will configure the sip.conf file and the extensions.conf file. Okay. These are the voice over IP protocols. For example, SIP, Session Initiation Protocol. Also, H323, MGCP, H248, RTP, RTCP, SRTP, SDP, inter asterisk exchange, protocol used between voice over IP servers, IAX, inter asterisk exchange, XMPP, Jungle and Skype protocol. In this case, I will use SIP, SIP, Session Initiation Protocol. So that's why I will configure this file. But take a look here. This file exists, iax.conf. Okay. But I will configure SIP. I will use root privileges with sudo and the text editor vim. Let's see, asterisk sip.conf. Okay, and this file is pre-configured, but this file has a lot of comments and some configurations. You can add your configurations here, but I will create a new one. Okay, escape key column Q to quit, and I will rename this file. Okay, I will rename this file, sudo move this file to a destination with a new name, sip.conf.original. I will create a backup. Okay. Now create the new file sip.conf with Vim editor. Okay, the file is empty. Now you can create the configurations. The I key to insert and configure the general configuration. Okay, allow guest. No. Disable unauthenticated call. Okay. Allow overlap. Also no. Disable overlap dialing support. Server lookup. No. Disable DNS. Only use IP addresses. IPv4 or IPv6. Transport UDP. Set the default transport. UDP. UDP bind address. Okay, and IP address to bind UDP listen sockets to all. The port by default is 5060. For IPv6 and IPv4, use column. Okay, double column. This works only for IPv4, but also if you want IPv6 and IPv4, use column. Okay. TCP enable no. Okay, TCP no, because I'm using UDP. Okay, obviously the TCP bind address, you can use this for only for IPv4. Or use column to permit IPv4 and IPv6. But TCP bind address will not work. Only if TCP enable will be yes. Quad 0 or column is the configuration to bind UDP listen socket to all interfaces. But if you want to specify only one interface, you need to add the specific IPv4 or IPv6 address here. Always authenticate, reject, yes. When incoming invite or register is to be rejected for any reason, always reject with identical response equivalent to valid username and invalid password hash. instead of letting the requester know whether there was a matching user or peer for their request. This reduces the ability to an attacker to scan for valid SIP usernames. Session timers refuse. Do not run session timers in any case. Localnet for only for IPv4. Okay, this is my localnet for IPv4. Network and subnet mask. Modify according the configuration of your local net. Okay, this will work only for IPv4. NAT force RTP port in Q media. Assume device is behind NAT. Okay, and will work only for IPv4 because on IPv6 NAT does not exist. These two lines are very useful when you use IPv4 devices using NAT. Okay. Now create a template for the devices, for the phones. For example, Office phone. Okay, this is a template. Context. The context will be called internal. The internal template will be created on extensions.com file. Type is friend. Okay, the device configuration. You can use the type peer. Peers handle both inbound and outbound calls and are matched by IP port. So for the case of incoming calls from the peer, the IP address must match in order for the invitation to work. Also, you can use the type user. Asterisk users handle inbound calls only and are matched by their authorization information, authorization name and secret. For type friend, Asterisk will create the entity as both a user and a peer. The host dynamic. The device will register with Asterisk. Okay, disallow all. Disallow all. Okay, disable all codecs and allow ulow codec and allow allow codec. You can add more codecs here. but I will allow only two, ulow and alow. These are the asterisk codecs. Ulow is the G711 in USA, alow in Europe. Also, you can add the G722 with this keyword G723, 26, 29 with these keywords 23, 26, AAL2, 29, G729. And other codecs like GSM, ILBC, SPIX, okay, GSM, LPC10, ILBC, okay, LPC, not recommended. In my case, I'm using only these two codecs. You can add more on the next slides. Okay, the template is completed. Now configure the phones, the devices. For example, okay, this is the device, and I will use the previous template, the Office phone template. Okay, Office phone template. All these settings will be included on this device because I'm using the same template, because I'm using that template. Okay, this is the device, but also you can use a password to authenticate. Secret. Okay. Obviously, you need to configure a strong password. Okay, I will add 4 devices. Okay, ready. 4 devices using this template. With a secret password to authenticate. Okay, ready. Escape key, column, WQ. Now configure the extensions .conf file. Okay, and this file has a lot of comments and configurations, so I will rename this file to create a backup. Escape key, column Q. Move the destination. Let's see, asterisk extensions dot conf dot original. Okay. Enter. Now configure extensions.conf file is empty. I key to insert. Okay, insert mode. Now add the extensions. Remember the internal context that was used in the sip.conf file. You need to create that context. Call it internal here. Okay. Escape key, column WQ. Write and quit. Access to the sip.conf file. And remember this, the context internal on this template. Okay, and also this template is used by these devices. Okay, column Q, WQ, configure extensions.conf file, and internal create the I key to insert extension. Okay, you can create and define the extensions. This is the number for the phone, the call number. For example, 101. Okay. Okay, set the priority and answer. Okay, now you can use the same keyword. The priority number 2 will be dial, and here the technology, the protocol SIP, and add the device. The device is this. Okay. Escape key, column WQ. Go to zip.conf file, this device. Okay. Escape key, column WQ, add, enter to extensions.conf file, this device. Okay, this is the syntax for the dial function. For the dial application, the technology in my case is SIP protocol. The user, in my case, the device, this device. But also you can set the password, the remote host, the port, and a remote extension. Okay, this is the device and this is the call number. But okay, and finally I key to insert same priority number 3, hung up. Also, you can configure the call number using the same number as the device. Okay, maybe you can configure this something like this. The device is the same as the call number, as the extension. Okay, create the extension for the other devices. Escape key, B key to enter the visual mode, and copy this Y key, paste, 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 and paste. I key to insert okay, ready for extensions. Escape key, colon, W key. Okay, reload the server, sudo system ctl restart asterisk. Verify with status. Okay, active and running in green. Q. Okay, this is a client. Verify the IP configuration. IPv4 will be 2 of 1. Okay, DNS not necessary, only IP address subnet mask. IPv6 2 of 1. DNS not necessary. Go to Zoiper.com. Go to download and download the version for Windows, for Mac, or Linux. Okay, install the client for Windows. This. Yes. Next. I accept. Next. 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 64-bit version. Next. All users. Next. Next. Launch. Okay. Continue as free user and add your username and passwords. The username is the device. This is the device. And the IP address of the server. Okay, this IP address. Use the IPv4 or IPv6 address. And the user is on zip.com file is this. The secret password is okay. The secret password and login. Okay, this is the domain, but I'm not using DNS, so use the IP address. Next. Do not use proxy in this case, then skip. Okay, TCP is not in use, UDP in use using SIP protocol. Okay, IAX is not in use. Next. Okay, verify some configurations. The speaker. Okay, yes. Microphone. Okay, yes. Skip the camera and finish. This is the client. Okay, verify this using the sudo asterisk option R to enter the command line. Okay, asterisk 16, the command line, and on SIP protocol show peers. 4 peers configured, but only one in use. This using this IP address, dynamic force port for force R port for NAT, Comedia, NAT. Okay. This is the Ubuntu client. Okay, verify the IP configuration. Okay, the IPv4. DNS not necessary. Apply. IPv6. Okay, apply. Start. Disable. Enable. Okay, very good. This is the installer for Ubuntu, the .deb file. Right click, open with software install. Then install. Root password. Okay, ready. Search for Zoiper here. try to execute Zoiper 5 and error while loading shared libraries. This library, okay, so install this. Okay, you need this library and install this. Okay, sudo apt install lib gtk dash and this character to install the library. Then yes. Okay, done. Enter. Now try to execute Zoiper 5. Okay, and free user, the second device on the server. Password, login. Domain, the IP, next. Skip proxy, SIP UDP, next. Configure, start test, yes, start test, yes, do not test the camera, skip, finish. Now you have the client. On the server, verify the new client using the zip show peers again. Now you have the second. Okay, the username, the third device. And the password. This is the server, next. No proxy, skip. Okay, SIP UDP in use, finish. Okay, verify. This is the third device. Okay, make a call. The following. look at this. Incoming call. Hung up. Another call to the second device. And the second device on Ubuntu has the incoming call.